Life and Lifestyle here. Another market recap. Recaps. Today is August the 19th on Thursday. Gonna do another recap. You guys know the drill. What died, what triggered, what hit target. I forgot in the last video to go over my watch list, so I'll go over that right now. Starbucks, MOS, Mara. Mara is a beautiful crypto stock. If you don't know, if you're too afraid to play Bitcoin with raw cash, you can invest in the people that mine Bitcoin, such as Mara and Riot. GM, General Motors, Facebook, Dow, CRSR, which is Corsair, ChargePoint, CFG, C, which is Citibank, BAC, Bank of America, AMC, yes, that AMC, and AA. So, today was, man, a lot of these trades, if you remember if you remember in my last video, I said that I'm going to do a more stringent criteria of like 1,000 open interest and, a higher volume and stuff for my trades so I can make sure I can get in and out. So of the trades I picked, a lot of them hit, but they all hit in the pre-market. So if you would like to learn from where I learned from, get yourself the Stock Market playlist. Follow me on IG and on Twitter. Links in the description. So what died today? Nothing. Because after everything that died yesterday, I didn't open any new trades today because nothing was triggered, because everything triggered in the pre-market. And on top of that, nothing died from what was activated. So yeah. So what was triggered today? Let's just go straight into that, because nothing absolutely died. Today was a deathless day. Let me see. Starbucks. The put was triggered in the pre-market. A 115 put at 115.58. It opened at 114. So it opened down 43% and kept on going. But I'll go over that in a minute. General Motors, $49 put was triggered at 50.20. Facebook, 335 put was triggered at 355.07. They opened at, let me see. They opened at 351. So they opened $4 down from where they started, right at the bottom of the Bryant formation. So that was a crazy opening. Corsair, 225 put was triggered at 26.04, and they opened at 25.92. CFG, $40 put was triggered at 42.65, and they opened at 42.37. Citigroup, $70 put was triggered at 70.68, and they opened at 70.54. You see, everything opened right under the entry point. AMC, $35 put, triggered at 35.49. They opened at 36.59. So this is the only one that didn't trigger immediately so far. Yeah. But the put was still triggered like an hour later. And AA, $40 put at 40.34. And they opened at 39.90. Like, come on now. This would have been a beautiful day if these would have took like 3 to 5 minutes to trigger, so I could have got into a handful of them, because we're gonna go right into what hit targets, because the Starbucks hit 43% and then 74%, just like that, with the quickness. Look at that. Within the first 2 hours, you go from 115 to 220. That's damn near 100%. So, come on now. And then General Motors did the same thing. It went from 50 to 110 for 120%. Facebook, the only put that really didn't do anything. But an early call up here got you about $10. That was a quick scalp. And the put, the put might have got you 10, 15 bucks. If you caught it at the open, I didn't track it at the open because the volume was, I was watching all the other stuff. You caught it at the open, you probably got a good, I'm gonna say 40% at the open. Corsair, this one took a second. 225 put was 20 bucks, very cheap, very cheap. Bounced off the Browning formation, both levels, broke through both of them, hit for 50% right there to 30 bucks. And it kept on going, hit for 80% and a little bit more. I didn't watch it down here, but it hit for 80%. So I probably should have took Corsair. Corsair was still like 20 some odd bucks right here. It was real cheap. It was still like 22, 23 bucks. And they even had a pop-up on the call side for a second for like a 10% scalp on the entry of an early call, just off of bouncing off the Browning formation, looking for it to go to the upside up here, which it didn't. But you would have got to quit, 10%. Not that serious unless you went in heavy, a few $100, then you would have been like, all right, went in there for like a band or two. It'd been a nice little scalp. But the put was still 20, 25, 21, 24, around that price. It didn't hit down, hit at 36. So even at 24, you still would have got 50% at the bottom or more. CFG, the $40 put hit for 33% to 80 bucks and hit a little bit more after that. And Citigroup, $70 put hit for 56% at 125. And the AMC put, this was a slow mover as well. The $30 put went from 85 to 85 to 87. It was such a slow mover. I'm glad I didn't take that one. I just marked that as a what if. Sometimes you can do that because you're not using your real money. None of these trades was able to be taken because they happened so in the pre-market. So I was just playing around with the charts. I'm like, what if I took a $30 put right here? Where would it be? It didn't really go anywhere. But what if I took a $30 put? But a $35 put hit for 33% right here, from 225 to 33. Now, granted, it was higher than that by the time it got here, because I marked it from the day before, so it was probably more like 275. So it might be closer to 10%. But I'm going to keep it that way. And AA, the $40 put went from 85 to 325. This one was a beauty. 282%. And even at the open, it opened at, let me see. It opened at 39.90. So open right here at the entry for the weekly put. So this was like maybe $100. So it could have been a late entry, but you had a secondary trigger. So I could have got in right there, but I was like, I don't know this stock like that. So let's see what it do. And it went $325. So that definitely was a beautiful drop. And I probably should have took that one. And I would have had at least something to talk about for the day. But alas, I did not. So just a day of learning and watching, really. Seeing that even though you have a stricter criteria, you can still come up with an ass load of trades. You see, it even says it right there, 13 trades, fresh start, tight spread, $10 or less. I'm actually going to go less than $10 on the spreads now. High open interest over 1,000. I only take strikes that have over 1,000 entries, so I know I can get in and out. Because interest means those are trades that have already started, but they haven't finished, whether on the sell or the buy side. And volume is ones that have completed. So volume is usually not that high unless it's volatile. But the open interest is normally high because people see something happen. So this is probably my shortest video yet. Oh yeah, this is gonna be less than 10 minutes. So once again, get yourself the stock market playlist. Follow me on IG and on Instagram. Appreciate you guys listening. Remember, practice makes perfect. You get better every day. And also, you ain't gonna catch a trade every day. Some days you're just gonna have to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Just like you guys did. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Can you tell I'm still talking so it's 10 minutes long?